comes up for sale.
Good evening. The Conservatives have come under heavy pressure today to prove that their spending plans are watertight. The party insists that its figures have been independently approved and it promises less waste, less spending and less tax. But Tony Blair described those plans as an incoherent mess which would damage the economy, and the Lib Dems also waded in, dismissing the Conservative package as undeliverable. First tonight, Mark Mardell tries to make sense of the day's countless claims.
But here will come Arsenal again with Petit to Vieira, Boamorte. Arsenal attacking almost as they please now. And as we enter the last 5 minutes, it's becoming a contest with the tempo of an exhibition game. And Arsenal certainly have plenty of exhibitionists. In the end, Mark, a comfortable passage for Arsenal, but didn't always look like it was going to be that way, not when they trailed 2-0. Here's Boamorte, trying to turn 4 into 5. He's certainly turned Jackson. Parlour, held back by Rankin, and a last free kick for Preston to have to defend.
I think there's certainly no doubt that the fact that Arsenal just got the first goal just before half-time gave them a great fillip after a marvellous performance by Preston in that first half. And then you always felt in the second half it was a completely different Arsenal. Certainly they got the goal through Petit and the sending off of theirs, completely changed the game. But it's always a case of Arsenal that were going to go on and win it, because they're very, very stronger from the first minute of the second half.
We've now had the 4 minutes of stoppage time. This is Remy Gard. And that is merely a prelude to the final whistle. Handshakes between the managers, David Moyes and Arsene Wenger. Out of adversity came some admirable qualities from Arsenal. Preston enjoyed their 20 minutes of glory when Kurt Nogan put them 2 goals in front. But that score by Boamorte just before half-time, and then the sending off of David Ayres just after it, meant that they then had 40 minutes of agony to endure as Petit scored twice, and some of the understudies in the Arsenal cast proved ultimately to be up to the task. So Arsenal go through to Molineux and a meeting with Wolves in the 4th round, a repeat of last season's semi-final. And bearing in mind the obdurate nature of their display at Deepdale this evening, once more they're going to take some stopping in this season's FA Cup. This 3rd round tie at Deepdale, the historic venue, has finished Preston North End 2, Arsenal 4. Did Preston surprise you with the speed and the passion of their play early in the game?
Yes, in the first 20 minutes they played like world champions. You wondered what they are doing at Preston, because they were unbelievable, and I think if they had scored the 3rd goal, it could have been the exit for us, but as well it could give them confidence, the needed confidence in their league to believe that they can play at that level.
Would you agree that the turning point of the match was the sending off followed by your free kick?
Yeah, probably, because in the first half Preston gave a lot of energy in the first half, and I think when they lost their teammate, we were thinking it would be very difficult for them. But as well, I think it was a penalty for us. So
at 2-0, 1 or 2 people around the ground, I think even Preston supporters were pinching themselves. Were you?
Yeah, I was, I've got to be honest. You know, to be 2-0 up against the double champions was exceptional. But we boys had worked very hard for it. We'd tried to stop Vieira and Petit playing, and I thought for the early part of the game it worked. And we got in their boots as much as we could. But it's very difficult to keep that tempo up when you're always having to work and chase. And obviously these boys are good players, and eventually they started passing the ball around us.
I couldn't believe we were 2-0 up, to be honest. I thought hopefully we might nick one and win 1-0, but after going 2-0 up I thought, oh, we've got a great chance here. If we can hang on till half time, it was not to be.
So your big night, totally spoiled or only slightly spoiled by the result?
Totally spoiled because we thought we'd won it. We thought if we go in half-time 2-0 up, we've got a great chance of winning this tie. Not even to draw it, we thought we were going to win, but the lads at half-time were devastated that that's how it goes.
Well, it was exciting stuff. I thought we were going to have the first big upset of the FA Cup this year.
It was a terrific game. Had a lot of drama, excitement and goals. Preston in the first half were absolutely magnificent. Power, pace, passion. Lots of good play. The problem is that you can't keep that pace up for 90 minutes and up against a good team with great players. And Arsenal have showed time and time again that they're resilient, durable, and they will fight right to the bitter end. And they did that again. It showed you just what a great team they are.
Once they scored, and they scored at a crucial time, didn't they, just before half-time? You felt that, was that the turning point, did you think?
Well, it was a crucial time to score. But I thought that when Rankin went through, if he got the break of the ball and made it 3-0, it was all over. They ain't coming back. It's a great ball from Mackin and a great run from Rankin. I think he's desperately unfortunate here. If it just bounces forward and he runs onto it, he's clean through. Meninga wasn't having the best of times. He could have brought him down. Anything could have happened. As I say, if they're going 3-0 up, it's all over. And this is a controversial incident in the second half. Caballero and Kidd here, we circled him. Now I think that Kidd blocks his run here. And then as a little tug, the arm comes up and he's definitely made contact. And watch where Petit puts it in the back of the net, exactly where he's fallen. I think basically what should have happened there is a penalty for Arsenal. And Caballero,
a penalty for Arsenal?
Yeah, I think
because of the pulling back on the jersey?
Because of the pulling back in the jersey, it's a penalty kick and Caballero should have been sent off. And I've got to be fair and say that I think Arsenal should have 2 penalty kicks in the first half as well. But a magnificent performance from Preston.
The officials continually missing things. There's a case building constantly for a fourth official to have a video camera available to him, isn't there?
I've never ever liked the idea, but it's definitely going to come sooner or later. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
The Preston managers said that they tried to stop Petit and Vieira from playing. That's a thankless task. I mean, they did perhaps for a little while, but they were outstanding today.
I think that Petit's taking midfield play to another level. I mean, every time I watch him play, he's absolutely outstanding. Vieira's great. When you're getting tired, as I said, the power, pace and passion of the first half Preston showed they can't do it for 90 minutes. When you're getting tired, you don't want to be playing against Overmars. That's for sure, because he can destroy you. This is the first bit. This is magnificent. He just makes a little bit of space, then a classic nutmeg and Rankin, and a great hit, bottom corner, fantastic save with the keeper, Lucas. This is what Overmars is all about. Petit does well here, because he wins it when he doesn't deserve to win it, and then nobody's going to catch him. And look, there's 5 white shirts there, and they're all tired, and there's no doubt about it, he should have been sent off Ayres. And finally, his 4th goal, where he shows unbelievable composure. Go Morty down the far side, it's another Arsenal break. And the feint here, drop of the shoulder, that's just fantastic.
Terrific stuff.
It's just wonderful to watch. And they're right back in business again, Arsenal, that's for sure.
Well, he wasn't on the winning side, but Kurt Nogan will remember the day, won't he? 2 goals against that Arsenal defence, one a headed goal.
And I told you the game had everything. We've got something else that I've never ever seen before. He must have learned this at Brighton. We've got him circled here. This is his 2nd goal. He runs into the net here. Watch this. He runs into the net and then comes back up.